Boom.
Hi, every pony, and welcome to Macintosh and Maud, the show about My Little Pony from two adults who love it in spite of their children.
Welcome to Macintosh and Maud. I'm Diana, aka Maud.
And I'm David, aka Macintosh.
It's Season 5, Episode 24, The Main Attraction. An old friend of Applejack's has become a huge pop star, but Applejack is worried that the singer's manager does not have her best interest at heart. It's an Applejack episode.
It is an Applejack episode.
It's been a while since we had one of those.
I know. And it's a guest episode.
We have a guest. Who are our guests?
Our guests,
We have two?
plural, are the amazing Whitney and Lindsey Nelsen of Historical Hotties.
Yay! We get both of you!
Hello.
Yay! Well, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Very excited to be here.
Okay, so we've had Whitney on before.
Yes, I'm a seasoned veteran.
Yes, you are. And we got a really cool rando pony out of you. What was it? 5, 6, 7, 8. Ba-bam!
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Foxy Trot. That was fun.
Yeah.
But Lindsay, we don't know much about you in terms of your pony history. What do you know about My Little Pony?
I mean, pretty much my only exposure to My Little Ponies was the toys as a child, and I love that artificially scented plastic ponies.
Yep.
But that's about it. This was the first episode of My Little Ponies I've ever seen. So.
Oh my.
Of any My Little Pony?
Of
Of any My Little Pony ever. The most familiarity I have with the art and the imagery is from your gifts. So,
I mean,
if you are not following David on Twitter, he replies to just about everyone and everything with My Little Pony gifs.
yeah,
Yep.
It's magnificent. He expresses the entire range of human emotion in My Little Pony gifts.
it's true.
He really does. I'm very impressed. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so this is your first My Little Pony. Are there any things in terms of like how their world functions that you just don't understand that we need to clear up right now?
I mean, there are the ones that have unicorn horns and they can like levitate things, but the other ones can't. That was one of the only things about the world structure that I kind of and one of them is like the princess. Are they royalty, the ones with like the unicorn horns? Or is it just some of them have horns and some of them don't?
Correct. So there are technically several races of ponies. There's the earth ponies, which are like regular ponies. They don't have wings. They don't have a unicorn horn.
But they have some secret super strength.
They're super strong. And then we have unicorns. So they've got the horn and they can do magic and, like levitate stuff and do all the people-y type things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Pegasi, who they can fly. And then there's a very rare breed of pony, which is called an alicorn, and they have wings and horns. And up until this point in the series, alicorns have to be made. So Twilight is the princess of friendship, and she became that when she got her wings and she like fixed a spell and got super fancy.
So she was just a unicorn and then
Yep.
through great deeds became
Yep. Through her special magic-empowered element of harmony, she became the princess of friendship.
You might say the friendship of magic, or the magic of friendship.
Where's my koosh ball to throw at you? 'Cause damn it.
So I'm guessing Applejack is one of the earth ponies.
Yes, Applejack is an earth pony. She's also the only pony character who is from the original series. So like she's an original pony. She's basically unchanged from the very first generation. So that makes her extra awesome and amazing. Okay, well, very beginning of this episode, we got all the towny ponies. They're setting up a stage. It's got giant apples and rainbows on it. Everybody's working really hard. And, Applejack being a super strong pony, like building stuff she's really good at. Twilight Sparkle comes around. Wow, Applejack, are you sure you've never managed a concert before?
Well, it turns out doing up a concert's the same as setting up a rodeo.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
True.
So we find out through some more exposition from Twilight that they're putting on a Pony Palooza rock concert. It's the Helping Hooves Music Festival.
So many horse puns.
Yeah.
Just get ready for all of the horse puns.
Which is the best. And in comes Pinkie Pie. Twilight! Applejack! Rainbow Dash! Rarity! Fluttershy! Spike! Pinkie Pie! Oh wait, that's me. Every pony! And Amir gets carried away. Because Pinkie Pie she's the only one who's aware she's in a cartoon. Like, she's fully aware of this happening to her.
She defies all logic and sense of physics.
And she's got some amazing news. It's gonna freak your frizz.
Well, spill it, Pinkie.
It wasn't easy. In fact, it was terribly difficult. But I have managed to book the biggest pony pop star in all of Equestria as the main attraction of the Helping Hooves Music Festival.
Sapphire Shores?
That's a nice callback to season 2 and the episode that Whitney was on.
Yeah.
I did not plan that at all. I'm serious. I didn't plan it.
I am now only on episodes with pony pop divas.
It's just
we make a note of that.
some kind of pony magic. Let's sync that up.
Anytime there's a diva, we have to call Whitney.
Yes.
Oh, so that means we have to redo the movie. Huh.
Oh, there is. Oh, that's a whole other saddlebag of garbage. I needed to come up with my horse pun. Sorry. Sapphire Shores? Please. Sapphire Shores is merely the second biggest pony pop star in Equestria. I've booked the one, the only, Countess Coloratura!
Oh. Who in the hay is Countess Coloratura?
And literally every towny pony goes, and like their hair goes up. And even Pinkie Pie's hair is now straight up. My frizz has been freaked.
I really like the animation for Pinkie Pie's hair when that happens.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
That is nuts. Apparently, this is the equivalent of not knowing who Beyonce is.
Yeah. Or Gaga.
Yes, I mean, judging by who appears later, I'm guessing Gaga. But they do make a lot of references. Are they catering now? Did the show in the past, was it more? Because they make a lot of references to things that I do not believe a child audience, like her manager is a play on Svengallop, and I don't really picture a lot of kids knowing who Svengallop is.
That is absolutely on purpose.
Yeah.
That was suggested because of the story of, and who Svengallop is, and a singer and a bad manager. Yeah, that's a direct correlation. So we have our intro. My Little Pony.
Do, 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 do.
And we come back and Applejack needs some clarification.
Pinkie Pie, who is this Countess Coloratura pony?
I just told you. She's the biggest pony pop star in Equestria. How have you not heard of her? And Pinkie Pie's fixing her hair now.
Which is literally just run her hand over her hair.
I'm sorry, a hand? What's that?
Hoof. Her hoof.
Her hoof? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Don't know. Though I did know a gal named Coloratura when I was just a filly. Wouldn't it be just the funniest if that Coloratura was this Coloratura? Were the same Coloratura?
Do you mean to tell me that you actually know Countess Coloratura?
Well, I don't think it's the same pony since my friend wasn't any sort of highfalutin countess.
And Pinkie Pie's starting to get a little suspicious. Do you remember her cutie mark?
Sure do. Had this super colorful bunch of musical notes that just shimmered in the light.
You mean like this? And now she has a Polaroid of a cutie mark taped to her rump.
Yep.
Wow.
This is not the first time that Pinkie Pie has, pointed out her rump.
There's been a lot of rump references this season. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm a little concerned. Do you have any idea the number of hoops I had to jump through to get her to perform at the festival? A whole lot of hoops! That pony is very demanding!
No.
Yeah!
I completely understand. We artistes require certain necessities in order to do our best work. Rude. Rude, Rarity.
Rude, Rarity. You're not helping yourself.
And unnecessary.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to make a note.
It's one line.
I don't know.
All right, well, I have contingencies in this episode.
Shut up. All right. For those who don't remember, I don't like Rarity. Rarity is trying to earn points throughout the series to get to a 10 for me to decide whether or not she should stay. She is currently, as of this episode, at a 7.5.
Correct, because she's had a whole lot of growth this season in a lot of good ways.
She has. It's annoying. Whatever.
This was clearly some sort of misunderstanding, because RaRa was just as down home as me.
RaRa? And like even the townies at this point are like, what? What did you just say?
Even that big name was too fancy for her, so I shortened Coloratura to RaRa.
Okay, that is pretty cute. So we get a little flashbacky music, and where we see they're at Camp Friendship, which is the cutest camp ever, with the cutest little rando fillies ever. And so through this little montage, we get 5 full filly rando ponies, and they are Lavandula, Nature Walk, Pop-Up, Scouter, and Shady Blues. And because we have 2 guests and I have the options, both of our guests get to pick their own rando pony. You don't have to tell me now if you have not decided, but you get to pick one each.
I have decided.
I've decided too, so.
Oh, okay. Who's it gonna be? Who wins?
I like
Pop-Up
Nature Walk.
I knew Nature Walk was gonna get one of you.
She's just got great hair.
She does have great hair. And did you pick Pop-Up because he looks like Russell from Up?
No.
Because he does.
Now that you say it, totally.
Love it.
I just love the big wide eyes and eating popcorn and like nothing else.
Yeah,
That's all that pony does.
I don't know if he's entranced or terrified, but he's compelled either way.
He's interested in what's going on.
Yeah. Although my real pick for a pony in this episode is the backup dancer guy with the disco
they
ball.
Are amazing.
The disco ball cutie mark.
The one with the mohawk with like different colors of purple, that was just fabulous.
I wanted them so bad. And let me tell you how many frames of this damn show I have stared at trying to find out what their names are, and they are not named.
I'm sure they're not. Yeah.
They're in it more than the campers. That's very weird that the campers are named and they're not.
I know. It made me really sad. It's not the first time I've been disappointed in getting the rando pony I wanted.
Fandom,
Come
help us
on.
out.
Get on it.
Name those dancers.
Yes, it would be so easy and fun. They're amazing. So in this flashback, we see the young Coloratura singing to the campers with Applejack on guitar.
Equestria, the land I love, a land of harmony. Our flag does wave from high above for pony kind to see. Equestria, a land of friends, where pony kind do roam. They say true friendship never ends. Equestria, my home.
And then at the very end of her song, which is about how wonderful Equestria is, Applejack hits a little triangle, and it's very cute.
After camp, we wrote to each other for a bit, but then we lost touch.
Now we're back to the present.
But RaRa always did want to go to Manhattan to try and make it big, but a demanding diva. Just you wait, Pinky. Once RaRa gets here, you'll see she's just a plain old pony like you and me.
I don't have to wait. She's here!
Really?
Okay, and now we get the undeniable Lady Gaga music and a giant obelisk, gold obelisk, just like coming up over a hill. It's quite majestic and also ridiculous in the best way.
RaRa?
And the obelisk opens, and then this huge entourage with all of the backup dancer ponies like walking in with her, and Pinkie Pie is losing it. Countess Coloratura!
Clear the way, stand back. Keep your hooves and tail to yourselves.
And we've got cameras clicking, and we meet Svengallop, who we talked about previously. He is Countess Coloratura's manager.
No, that can't be her. Hi, remember me? We met at Camp Friendship. I gave you the nickname RaRa.
AJ?
Yeah, howdy, RaRa.
And so like Svengallop comes up and kind of whispers into her ear, and then RaRa takes a little stamp and like hoof bumps her face. Hoofsies! And then walks away.
To which Applejack is like, what the hell just happened?
What's going on?
Applejack and I were on the same page in that moment.
If anybody did that to me, I would punch them. Because no, don't boop me.
Although Rarity obviously understands. Ooh, you got hoofsies from Countess Coloratura. Look, ooh, she clearly thinks you're very special.
Cut to hoofsies, hoofsies, hoofsies. She's giving them to everybody who's coming up to her.
Yeah, real special.
Mm-mm.
Now that's how you make an entrance. Big, bold, absolutely stunning. Though it was muddied a bit with your interaction with that dusty farm pony. Do you actually know her?
Dusty farm pony? That's just rude. Rude.
Oh, he's the worst.
It's very rude.
worst.
Dusty in particular.
She is not dusty. She is a well-kept pony.
I don't
Maybe
know,
not by Rarity standards, but she is a well-kept pony.
It depends on the day.
Fair. These aren't Rarity standards. Come on.
Ha!
Oh, yeah, that's my childhood Philly friend, AJ. She's the one that started calling me RaRa.
Oh, yes, how cute and common. Of course, I was the one that started calling you Countess, and just look at how you've moved up in Equestria since then. Why, you've gotten everything you've ever wanted. Speaking of which, where is the pony Pinkie Pie?
Oh, I'm the pony Pinkie Pie Master Manager, sir!
Do you have the water imported from Rainbow Falls that I requested for Countess Coloratura?
Okay, that's ridiculous. I have 20 glasses containers full right here. Clink. We see the carrier of them.
Did I not tell you to provide straws in all of Countess Coloratura's beverages?
I don't think so, but lucky for you, I have the biggest straw collection in Equestria. And she pulls out a regular bendy straw.
This is my favorite part of the whole episode.
Yeah, I was expecting a more elaborate straw.
I know. I will never be able to look at a bendy straw and not do this. I call this straw Fernando.
Ding, 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 ding.
And the
she's
straw
got a
like glistens.
Yeah, you'd think it was one of those huge, like, twirly, loopy straws. No, it's a regular bendy straw.
They are so good at knowing when to make things crazy and when to make them so simple and just have the character be nuts.
They subvert our expectations with her over and over again in the best way.
Yeah, I mean, I did respect that because I was expecting a big loopy straw as well. And Fernando is a great name, although it could also be another Lady Gaga reference.
Oh, yes.
It probably is both.
Absolutely. Some of the song names even are Lady Gaga references. When they were naming this episode, they went through a couple different iterations, but they decided on the main attraction because it was a little more pony horse pun instead of Lady Gaga horse pun.
Let us confirm that you acquired the rest of the items that Countess Coloratura requested before she performs her run-through, shall we?
Oh, we shall.
Floral arrangements from the Royal Canterlot Gardens, chocolate eclairs made by Gustave Legrand, a selection of crystals from the Crystal Empire, freshly picked cherries from Cherry Jubilee's farm separated red from yellow.
Absolutely.
Well, by some miracle, your requests have been reasonably met. So let us move on to rehearsal.
So he starts to go, see Applejack demanding. And she's got a wagon hitched to her now, and she's taking all this stuff to follow him.
Pinky's right, Rarity. The RaRa I knew didn't hide behind a veil giving out fake stamp kisses, sipping up imported water, and needing her cherries separated. Now, I do understand. Sometimes it's hard to see our friends change. She's become a whole other pony. Trust me, once you see Countess Coloratura perform, you simply won't believe it.
So now it's rehearsal time.
Rarity
What?
is being a good friend.
She's fine.
Thank you.
So now it's rehearsal time. And these backup dancer ponies are amazing.
They crush it.
They're so good.
I want to go to this show.
Yes.
My Little Pony Live is coming to our town in 2020, and I kind of want to go ahead and buy tickets. And if there's not this sequence, I'm going to be mad. I'm a grown adult. Leave me alone.
There's two ponies with like 5 o'clock shadows stubble as in the backup dancers, and one of them is the one with the disco ball cutie mark. That's my favorite. But both of them I've never seen. No, I've only seen 2 episodes of My Little Pony, but I've never seen horses with stubble before, and I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
How they have like the more chiseled, they have like cheekbone lines that other ponies don't have, and they have the 5 o'clock shadow, and they're just like Lindsay said, there's that one with the mohawk that's like the purple mohawk.
So good.
They're all just
They're
so
all
good.
wearing like studded leather vests and wristbands. It's great.
I know. It's amazing. Okay, if you could name that pony, what would you name it?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's a good question.
Think on it, because I'm going to throw up a picture and I'm going to put whatever y'all want to name that pony. I'm going to put that up. Because we should just decide.
Yeah.
We have that power. Let's do it. So she sings this song and it's all about spectacle, and there's lots of lasers.
Razzle dazzle, glitz and glam, turn it all up, it's a spectacle. Razzle dazzle, glitz and glam, turn it all up, it's a spectacle. Give me more, razzle dazzle, glitter eyes, big supplies, lights, cameras, razzle dazzle.
There's magic being used to modulate her voice. You can tell. It's really cool. And at the end of it, all the ponies are cheering.
Other than Applejack, who's just like mouth agape.
Mm-hmm.
Rarity was right. I don't believe it.
And so everybody's like ready to stop with the rehearsal.
Oh, my shining star, thanks to the sparkling costumes, dazzling choreography, and brilliant vocal effects that I designed. Gross. Your performance was spectacular, Countess Coloratura.
Oh, thanks, Svengallop.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but that feller ain't actually complimenting RaRa. He's complimenting all the bells and whistles he's piled on to make her Countess Coloratura.
And we all know this person. Like, the person who has to get credit for, like, the tiniest detail that they contributed.
Mm-hmm.
The credit grabber.
I am interested in the series of events that led them to discovering that they could do the vocoder sounds by one of the unicorn ponies, like shining a beam of light at somebody's throat. Like, how did that evolve?
That must be what his cutie mark is in. Voice modulation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird destiny as a pony, can I just say?
But it's his destiny, nonetheless. So Rarity tries to, like, help Applejack understand what's happening.
Well, you don't understand, Applejack. Creating all those elements is a lot of work, and Countess Coloratura's performance wouldn't exist without them. If you ask me, that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
Oh, if we're all done here, I'd love to go back to my trailer and rest, Svengallop. Actually, right now you're scheduled to go meet and greet with the school ponies.
Ugh, I can totally get you out of meeting with the school ponies, Countess.
AJ hears this and gets very, very annoyed. Absolutely not. My favorite part of any event is meeting with the school ponies.
And AJ turns around and goes, oh. Because clearly she has not completely changed.
Okay, so it's like, it's nice to hear. And this is a total Lady Gaga move. She insists on meeting young fans everywhere she goes.
Mm-hmm.
Just nice and sweet.
Have you guys seen the video where Lady Gaga, there's a teenage guy in the audience who's doing all the dance moves, the choreography, and she brings him up on stage and has him do it with her backup dancers?
Yes.
It's so good.
It's so good. We'll add that into our show notes because that one is adorable.
I haven't seen it, so I have to go find that after this.
It's amazing. She's like, you think you can keep up? Come on. And then he kills it.
That's just, ugh. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. We go to the school. Ponyville School Ponies. As part of the Helping Hooves Music Festival, I'm holding a contest where some of you will get the chance to sing with me on stage at the concert tomorrow. Sound fun? Yeah! All right, now who wants more hoofsies? Hoofsies! It's precious.
You guys' adorable little pony voices.
We love playing the foals and fillies.
It's very fun to be proud ponies.
Now that's more like the RaRa I remember.
So Applejack's really, like, she's more reassured. She's happy. And we cut over to, like, the apple orchard, which is, like, not far from where the school fillies are. And Pinkie Pie is kind of arguing with Svengallop. But I got you everything you requested.
That was for Countess Coloratura. This is for me. And what I want is premium oats.
Oh, well, we have lots of tasty oats right here in Ponyville.
I would not feed those to a chicken. I want top-of-the-line Appaloosan oats. Next, it appears that we are surrounded by apple trees. Bring me 500 pre-peeled, pre-cored apples, and I want those things in 24 hours.
But that's impossible!
Do you want me to pull Countess Coloratura from your little podunk charity show? Because I will.
And he walks off, and Applejack comes to see what's going on. Applejack! Svengallop has just made all these new demands, and he said that
I heard, Pinky, but don't you fret. I'll talk to RaRa and fix things right up.
Oh, poor Pinkie Pie. I've had a boss that way, and I wanted to die. Apple Bloom comes by. Did you see? Did you see? Did you see? Is this the little sister you wrote me about, AJ? Hold on, Applejack. You wrote the Countess Coloratura about me? AJ said you were the best little sister ever, Apple Bloom. And Apple Bloom her mouth is just open. Like, she does not know what to do.
And all her Philly friends are like, what?
What? How is this possible? And Applejack comes by and closes Apple Bloom's mouth. Like, come on, kid.
All right, now you'd best get along, little ponies.
Anytime the phrase little ponies comes up, it's just warms my cold black heart thing.
Hey, RaRa, you mind if I talk to you about your manager?
Sure, what about him?
Well, while you were meeting with the school ponies, he was demanding all sorts of stuff from Pinkie Pie.
Svengallop works very hard as my manager, AJ, so if he needs some things when we're on the road, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, do you see something wrong with him telling Pinky that if she doesn't get those things by tomorrow, he'd pull you from our charity festival?
What? But he knows how important charity is to me, and leaving the festival would completely ruin my image.
I'm afraid Svengallop doesn't give a pickled pippin about your charity work.
That's not true. Svengallop has always supported me in all my interests. You're just saying those things because you're jealous.
Jealous of what? A pony who hides behind a veil so thick she can't see when some pony's using her? No, I'm not jealous of that, RaRa.
I am not RaRa. I'm Countess Coloratura, and while we may have been friends when we were young, we have clearly gone in different directions. She walks away, and AJ is sad.
Ooh. Ooh. That's rough.
Ooh. Like, and this is hard. And one of the things that I do love about the show is they do tackle really hard, complex relationship stuff for a kid's show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is a kid's show talking about someone using you. And this is so something that I saw from all the mean girls at school growing up. I had a vicious group of mean girls, and I'm like, this was totally happening. And I felt such like AJ. It's like, you do realize what's happening here, right? Like, they only want you for this thing. And the second you don't have that thing, they're not going to want it anymore. And then I'm the jerk who's being honest about things. And yeah. This is Diana's pony therapy time.
It's everybody's pony therapy time, let's be honest.
Amazing. So we cut over to Pinkie Pie and Applejack. They're peeling and coring the apples. They're trying. And Pinkie Pie is so disheveled. She has apple all in her hair. Like,
Yes, but
it's
also like
bad.
apple wedges, which where are the apple wedges coming from? Because they're not doing that to the apples.
They're chunks of apple. Which I'm thinking, if that's what's happening, you're coring and peeling your apples incorrectly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, pieces of peel and stuff would make sense, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just like crushing some in frustration with her hoof, you know.
I could see that.
It just ain't right. He's manipulating her, and she's just not seeing it.
Enough stewing, more peeling!
She's so gone.
She's gone to that manic stage where you just can't see anything happening.
I know that stage well, Pinkie Pie.
Oh, yes.
I live there about half the time.
Yeah. That's why I obsessively make calendars over and over again. Maybe I can get an extra 30 minutes here or there.
Sorry, Pinky, but there is no way I'm letting that lousy Svengallop use my friend like that.
So Applejack leaves and Pinkie Pie's sad because now she's all alone again. With her disheveled apples.
With her mountains of apples, yeah.
So Applejack goes and finds RaRa.
Countess Coloratura.
Wow, AJ, you said my real name.
I said your new name, but I saw the real you hanging out with those school ponies yesterday. And I know some pony that'd prefer if you'd stop doing those little events.
Ugh, not this again.
Come on now. You've just got to give me a chance to prove what I'm saying is true.
And just how are you going to do that?
Do exactly what I say. We'll see if that Svengallop truly has your best interests at heart.
Because this is a little unusual. Applejack usually isn't the scheming type.
No,
This is a little weird.
She's all about honesty.
Yeah.
But I think she's realizing that the only way to get honesty in this situation is to scheme a little.
I don't know if I like that for Applejack.
She only does it when she absolutely has to.
I mean, she did try talking to RaRa twice before she tried to set up Svengallop.
True. But it's just a little unusual to see Applejack be schemy on her own. Like, she'll go along with the scheme for a good reason, but I haven't seen her come up with a scheme on her own. Interesting development. So, anyways, okay, we're at the stage now, and ponies are getting stuff ready, and Countess Coloratura is going to talk to Svengallop. Svengallop? Where are you, Svengallop?
Here I am. Did you need something?
Yes, I was considering maybe canceling the contest with the school ponies.
Countess, this is wonderful. I've been waiting forever for you to cancel that pointless school pony contest.
You have?
You do it at every charity event, and it does absolutely nothing to promote the Countess Coloratura image that I built. Consider it canceled. Pinkie Pie!
Yes, Svengallop, sir!
And she coughs out an apple core.
Yeah, she's a hot mess.
We are making some adjustments to the show. Follow me.
So they walk behind the stage, and then we see Twilight fly up, and she winks to Applejack, and Applejack nods, and then Twilight follows Pinkie Pie and Svengallop. So now we're behind the stage.
Cancel the contest for the fillies and schedule me a spa treatment. Now that I don't have to oversee a rehearsal with those brats, I have time for the works. You know the drill. Deliver or the diva ditches your dippy charity.
Okay, so now they're walking back to the stage.
Okay, Countess Coloratura, all taken care of.
And now through the audio, the loudspeakers on stage.
You know the drill. Deliver or the diva ditches your dippy charity.
So that's how you've been managing things?
Yeah, so what's the problem?
The problem is you've been using my name to intimidate ponies to get what you want.
But I work incredibly hard for you. I deserve everything I get.
But not because you scare ponies into thinking I won't perform for their charities otherwise. I would never do that to my fans, which is why you should have known that I would never cancel the school ponies contest.
All this charity and school pony contest nonsense is just remnants of that boring little RaRa I met back in Manhattan.
You clearly don't understand the real me.
That's a joke. I made you some pony. What can you even do without me? Good luck, Countess Coloratura. Good luck.
And he goes, good riddance, jerkface.
Blah.
Jerkface Pony McGee.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I have no tolerance for people like that in the universe. They can go.
Oh, RaRa. I'm so sorry. Are you going to be okay for the concert tonight?
Of course, after all, the show must go on.
Smash cut.
To lay, Rarity is trying to help Coloratura get dressed, and Coloratura, she's got all of these, she's got makeup on, she's got the real, the mirrored looking Gaga costume on.
She's taken her, what we have to guess is her wig off for her real hair.
Yeah. She's not wearing the veil thing, and Rarity's trying to put a mask on her.
And Coloratura is freaking out.
Oh my gosh, Rarity, Svengallop's right. This is going to be a disaster. I'm going to be terrible.
Can you give us a minute, Rarity? Certainly. Now, why is it going to be so terrible?
Because Svengallop was in charge of everything. The lights, the visual, the sound. Without Svengallop, I have nothing.
Now, don't go getting yourself into a tizzy there, RaRa. Svengallop turned you into Countess Coloratura and acted like your friend so he could enjoy the perks that came with being a star. But the real perk of friendship is getting to see your friend being true to their self. And RaRa, when you're simply yourself, you're the brightest star I've ever seen shine.
Oh, the squeeze, squeeze.
Yeah, the rest of this episode, I'm like, dang it.
Damn you. It's concert time, and Twilight Sparkle comes out. Good evening, every pony. Welcome to opening night of the Helping Hooves Music Festival. Now it is my great honor to introduce you to our headlining act, Countess Coloratura. And so now the curtains open, and it's just a single piano with a spotlight on it, and it's Coloratura. So Coloratura sits down. This song may be familiar, but yet it's totally different. Kind of like me, RaRa. It's like,
whoa.
okay. This is not what we're used to. She sings this song. about just like being true to yourself.
Now I'm bold 'cause I know that I am just a pony. I make mistakes from time to time, but now I know the real me and put my heart out on the line and let the magic in my heart stay true. Whoa, and let the magic in my heart stay true. Whoa, just like the magic inside of you. And now I see those colors.
Which the lyrics are real dumb when you just see them on paper. Like, the more I listened to it, I was like, I love this song. I don't like these words. They can do better.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they were pretty dumb even when you didn't look at it on paper. It's just that her voice is so great, it carries it off. But
And the music itself is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she just does such a good job of putting so much feeling into it that it legitimately got me emotional, even though the lyrics are not great.
Yeah, the lyrics are not up to the emotional resonance of the moment.
And I don't say that to, like, undercut the show's whole songs, because, like, Daniel Ingram has written incredibly great songs.
He has outdone himself. Applejack starts crying. You know, we get this kind of cool thing where you see the orchestra behind the scrim, the curtain, which is nice. And at the end, you know, Coloratura comes out. You know, thank you, every pony. When I arrived at the Helping Hooves Music Festival, I had forgotten who I really was. But then an old friend reminded me what real friendship is about. And she told me that if I was true to myself, I couldn't go wrong. So I have a very special surprise for her. Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, Scootaloo, come on up. So, of course, we get those three. They're our Cutie Mark Crusaders. And they come out and they're flying the Equestria flag. And they are singing the same song that Applejack and Coloratura sang at camp. And everyone's getting really excited. RaRa brings AJ up on stage. They hug. And at the very end, everyone's cheering. They bring up a little triangle and Applejack hits it.
So cute.
It's the cutest
and they're all openly
ever.
weeping. They've all got like tears flowing out of their eyes.
Like,
yeah.
it's making me misty now thinking about it, which I also hate.
And love.
Yeah. It's the magic of friendship.
It really is.
It's so simple and it feels cheesy, but it's true.
Yeah, and I think TV shows have almost more potential than anything else because you spend so much time with the characters that emotional moments can get to you that wouldn't otherwise, just because you build these long-standing relationships with characters. Like, no other kind of media except a couple of books have made me cry like TV shows have made me cry.
And also TV allows for characters to change in a very slow, yet also organic way. All right, so Lindsay, after having been through all of this, would you watch more My Little Pony?
Yeah, I would watch more My Little Pony.
All right, we've hooked another one. Yes.
We have both Nelsen sisters.
It is genuinely sweet, which I like, but there are also some jokes, like the straw joke definitely got me. And I did not expect, you know.
The Fernando straw thing was definitely the best part of the episode for me.
That is the kind of weird, surrealist joke that I could get behind.
We're going to have you come back for a Pinkie Pie episode because those are filled with that type of gags.
I'm all about that,
absurd. Yeah, we'll have to do that. And of course, we'll give Whitney all the Diva episodes.
Yeah,
all the Diva episodes.
I'm only here if a Diva's here. That's the new rule. That's what I'm printing on my business cards.
That's there should not be a more on-brand statement for Whitney ever. And I mean that in the most loving way. But that is so succinct and purpose.
Yikes.
All right. Well, if people wanted more of the Nelsen sisters, where can they find you?
Well, our podcast is called Historical Hotties, where we pick a different category every week, like, you know, glam rockers or aviators, and then we try and figure out who in history was the hottest ever civil engineer or computer programmer. We debate them in 4 categories: mental attractiveness, physical attractiveness, social impact, and je ne sais quoi. So if that sounds like fun to you, you should come check us out. And on social media everywhere, we are at Historically Hot.
It is amazing and adorable.
Thank you. We still need to have you on the show. We've had David, but we still need to have you.
I need to figure out the right category because I'm not a huge history person, but when I find that right category, I can go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and y'all do such a good job with your research. It cracks me up to no end.
Oh, thanks.
Ugh. Yes, y'all have to go find them. And your individual Twitter handles?
Yes, I am at Whitney_Nelsen, Nelsen, and you can also find my other podcasts there, like my Keanu Reeves podcast, Cool Breeze Over the Mountains.
Oh, boy.
Which is starting to pick up steam. We are going chronologically through Keanu Reeves movies, and we are starting to pick up steam now. We just did Speed, and so we're, people are into it. So at Whitney_Nelsen. And Lindsay, what's your Twitter handle?
I am Lindsay, Landsey, Nelson, spelled the same way as Whitney, on Twitter and Instagram. And follow me mostly if you want to look at a bunch of pictures of gelato, because that is at least half of what I post.
It's amazing and evil at the same time because it's so cool and so appropriately themed, too.
Oh, thank you. The theming is one of my favorite parts. I do a different theme every month, and I love finding the appropriate flavor combo for something.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this time. Thank you guys so much for being on our show.
Thank you for having us on.
You both have to come back.
Always a delight.
Will do. Point me at the Pinky episodes of there.
Absolutely. All right. Well, until next time.
Bye, every pony.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to review and rate us on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to your podcast. For questions, comments, and recommendations, you can email us at macintoshandmaud@gmail.com or find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.